Hi and welcome to our newest issue of our product update. I think it's still safe to wish you a happy new year. And with me is Jelle, our product manager, and we're going to talk about the product updates that happened throughout December and in the first weeks of January.
Exactly.
So what are we going to start with? I think we ended the year basically with our big notification update that you can get notifications in Slack now, for example. And we're going to start with notifications as well this year, right?
Yeah, we've not been sitting still and we've been extending the way we do notifications. And this time I'm happy to share the failing tenant replication notification. It's quite a mouthful, but what it means is that as you can see here in meshStack, it might happen that some of your tenants fail their replication. Could either be because something's wrong in the configuration or maybe something changed in Google Cloud. There can be various reasons, and yeah, it's not so nice because then customers might not be able to actually access these tenants. So to make it easier and to be faster aware of this actually happening, we now have notifications for this. I have a few examples here. For example, this is what the email notification would look like, and as we shared last time, we now also have Slack notification, and that also works for this type of notification. So you can see here that in Slack I would get a quick notification that a particular tenant or multiple tenants have failed their replication.
Okay, now to a large project of ours that we started. It's about dashboards. Some of you may have seen it in your mesh panel already. Can you share that, Jelle?
Yes, absolutely. It's looking quite small so far, but you can already view some information. So these 5 cards nicely align with the product pillars we have, so I can get a quick overview of what's happening in my cloud foundation. For example, I can see how many tenants do I have and what the increase or decrease is. What am I spending per month? How many users are actually using my meshStack? If I have any policy violations, and also what the consumption of my marketplace looks like.
And do you have like a glimpse into what we're still working on, what will be implemented?
Yeah, good question. As you can see on the left here, it's still in a beta, and we're going to launch these dashboards iteratively. So that means every week or so you can expect more and more information to be visible. And I do indeed want to show you guys just what we're planning. So you can see here there's some further information coming, like any actions that I might need to undertake from my end, some more charts about projects, and also each individual pillar will get its own dedicated dashboard. So for example, I can see across my multi-cloud, what do I spend on which cloud and how much per month.
Okay, so this is a mock-up, right, that we made?
Exactly, but it will probably look roughly like this once it makes it makes into your meshStack.
I also heard about a very fun way to explore your cloud environments, basically your cloud landscape, that we'll have as well in our dashboard.
Yeah,
but it's kind of secret right now.
Yeah, we're working on that.
But it will be a lot of fun, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. Speaking of the transparency that dashboards offer, we also worked on transparency on other fronts, basically in the product. The project overview is in a beta now.
Right, as you can see here, we have another new thing labeled as beta. Yeah, this is quite simple but quite powerful. It's a holistic view of all your projects. So previously, and I'll show you guys, it was actually quite cumbersome to get to know about all your projects. You always had to go on a per customer view, right? So in meshStack, you have customers, and below these customers, you have projects. And you always had to navigate via the customer. So maybe, I don't know, a user complained about a particular project, and I'm actually not even sure to which customer it belongs. It was pretty much impossible to figure that information out. You always had to go into each customer, and only then would I be able to see the project.
Just a quick interruption. A customer is basically like an application team or DevOps team within your organization, right?
Exactly. It's always up to you how you divide that, but we see commonly that it's either a team or indeed one particular application, a product, and so on.
Okay.
Right, and so here now I can just quickly see all the projects in one big list. I can look for a particular name perhaps, or even the particular customer if I still want to look for that. and some other interesting information.
Cool. And in this overview, we now see that there's also a payment method assigned, at least to the first two projects.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the project without a payment method?
Right, that's a good question. So yeah, as part of our roadmap initiative, which is called Annual Budget Management, we've also been doing some changes to the way payment method and chargeback works. So as an example, previously, if you had a payment method that was assigned for 1 year, so let's say, right, we just ended the year 2022 and that payment method would expire, it could happen that that payment method still kept being assigned to a particular project even though it actually ran out, and people should request a new one. Instead of keeping that expired payment method now assigned and already accruing the new costs to that payment method in the new year, we actually remove the payment method now. And in this screen, you can also look exactly for all those projects where that's the case. So you might need to undertake some action, or the application teams need to undertake some action to get a new payment method. And let's say this can take quite long. Let's say through January, February and March this year, they won't actually get a new payment method yet. The costs will just save up, and only when that new payment method is assigned, those costs will be charged back to that payment method. So you no longer get a weird deviation between the years because of some application teams taking some time with their payment methods.
Okay, cool. I think that's it for this edition, right? Or do you have anything else?
That's it for now. No, that's not true, actually. I have one more peek. What I just explained about the payment methods, we're actually further extending our notifications. So also for this use case of payment methods expiring, we will be launching some notifications soon. You can see the email equivalent here, but of course you will also introduce the Slack equivalent.
Okay, cool. So we talked a lot about notifications. We have new notifications for when a tenant replication fails. We showed you a first glimpse into the dashboards we're developing. We talked about the transparency of all projects in this new list that's still in beta though. And we talked about the last issue we talked about is the improved handling of expired payment methods, right?
Exactly.
So Jelle, will you be in the product update next time as well, or will that already be?
Unfortunately not, I think. I will be taking a short break into a sabbatical, and then I'll be back again roughly around May. So we'll be seeing someone else taking over these updates for the coming time.
Exactly. Thank you very much, and have fun on your time off, and see you next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye. See ya.